Welcome back to the channel. This is Tarot 101 from Nomadic Moon Arts Tarot, my sister channel to my original reading channel. You'll find all sorts of information about me, Joan Daniels, author, reader, in the description box below. Let's get right to it. We're looking at the Emperor today. For our traditional card, our vivid but traditional card, you see a lot of symbology, very traditional. 4 skulls on either side of the Emperor's throne, usually an ornate crown, usually soft robes, but with armor underneath, suggesting iron fist and a velvet glove. We have a scepter and a holy hand grenade, as I always call it, in the deck. The Emperor is an interesting card. Okay, here's some versions of it. Being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. And that's a primary idea with the Emperor. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. So the Emperor is a card of a lot of power and a lot of authority and a lot of control. They're in charge. I have 2 Emperor cards here because this deck allows you to choose if you want a masculine or a feminine Emperor, and you may pick the one you want or have them both. Gorgeous Emperor card. Very traditional in the sense of he looks like, a Victorian emperor, but not traditional in the tarot sense. This is an interesting emperor card because you'll notice that there are people on strings being controlled by her. This is relevant to the dark side of the emperor. The emperor is many things, both positive and negative. The emperor symbolizes power, most of all, power and control. When the Emperor shows up in your spread, it means you will be in a position of authority. You will be the one in charge. You will also be the one responsible. It can be a divine counterpart to the Empress. If both the Emperor and the Empress show up in a spread, well, that's a love spread, for sure. And or 2 different, sides to yourself, I suppose. Certainly. But usually when it shows up in a spread, it means, wow, something is kind of ordained. Super soulmate stuff. Absolutely. There's a dark side to the Emperor, and that is a domineering, right? There's dominant and in charge, and then there's domineering and patriarchal. And there's no more patriarchal card than the Emperor. So that, depends on, what you like. I I I think the patriarchy hurts everyone. So, and men alike as women, of course. So there is a tinge of darkness to this card, but not always. Context matters. I mean, this is dad. This is mean daddy or benevolent daddy. This is generous daddy and cold daddy, right? This is daddy. And within the context of a spread, it can mean you overcoming bad odds and winning. It means you wresting control from a difficult situation. And it also means maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed with your responsibilities. Again, in a romance spread, it can definitely be a welcome card. It can certainly mean this was destined for you, especially in the context of other romance cards. And again, once again, if the Empress is there. So, also, this is just a card of the masculine. And by that, I mean the best parts of the masculine, right? The things that we assign masculinity to that are positive and helpful and to be rewarded and enjoyed. So, he's a good guy, except for when he's not a good guy. It all matter. You can do this, Joe. You can do this. The Emperor is a powerful force. Think of it as a fire hose, right? A fire hose can put out a fire when directed carefully. It can also smash people up against walls and be a source of terror, right? But again, it can also do great good in a very short amount of time. So this is just raw power that needs to be directed carefully. That's the best way I can wrap him up. The Emperor is raw power that needs to be directed carefully. And the cards around it, again, Major Arcana doesn't tell you like this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. The Major Arcana tells you the flavor of what you're dealing with, the color that it's coming in currently. The smaller cards of the suits are really the cards that tell the day-to-day life story. These are the cards of the overarching energies that flavor the spread, as it were. All right? All right, so that's your introduction to the complicated and ultimately beautiful Emperor card. I hope you'll stick around for the other videos and consider liking and subscribing. Take care. Bye.